It's 11:30 in the morning, before noon. And today is Tuesday, July 9th, 2024. There was a storm last night. It wasn't that big of a deal of a storm. It was the tail end of Beryl, Hurricane Beryl, which it hit Houston. It wasn't a very windy storm. It just dropped a lot of rain. One of my friends said that he got 2 inches of rain. We got 1.25 inches, about 3 centimeters. 2 inches would be about 5 centimeters. So you can see that even though we're not that far apart, we're probably like 20 miles apart from each other. We got significantly different amounts of rain, which is why you need to measure your own rain on your land. Otherwise, you don't know what you're actually getting. You can't just rely on your neighbors to tell you. And this part of the pasture, we're still in the northern half of the pasture. Let me see if I can find, yeah, there's the H-post. The H-post is right there, I believe. That's the middle of the pasture. And so we're in the middle section of the northern half. And here the Bermuda grass is just fantastic. It's wonderful. Very thick. Something happened. We lost tension in the wire. I think maybe one of the cows bumped into the reel and it unlocked and just lost tension. And so about half the cows had crossed the wire and they were roaming around under this tree and just eating random grasses. So probably for the past, let's say 6 hours. Let's say 6 hours. I don't think that's going to make a big difference. We're just going to keep going as normal, and hopefully that will not be an issue that'll cause any problems. Number 43 was born to red. Don't know exactly when, but she was one of the later calves. And one of my friends commented that she seems kind of small compared to the other calves, even though red is so big. And so red might not be a good breeder, right? So I wanted to look at number 43 so you guys can see for yourself and, ask yourself what you would do in such a situation. I'm actually probably going to do like a poll. Ask my viewers which cows they think I should get rid of. There she is. 43 is right here. Kind of the lighter red. Number 43 is a bull that's been castrated, so he's a steer now. And let's kind of look at him compared to some of the other calves, and I'll try to tell you the numbers of the calves that he's around. This is 46 that was born after 43, probably by a couple weeks at least. Behind 43 is this white calf. So there's 2 white calves that were born to the Charolais, the half Charolais. One's doing really well, one's smaller, right? And you can kind of see there how they all compare together. So definitely not the smallest calf, but not the biggest calf either. And given the mama, she should be a bigger calf because of the mama's size. Let's see, where's the bull? There he is. My rule of thumb is going to be if you're taller than the bull, you probably got to go, right? I don't want tall cows. I want fat cows that put on good weight. Number 24 is still limping. The back right leg, I believe. This one right here. Let me give her a little bit of push so you can watch the limp there. All right, number 43. Let's go. You can kind of see how she doesn't really bend the knee very much, and she doesn't move it past the halfway mark. So she just kind of inches along there. Something's wrong with her. I'm not sure what. But I'm thinking that it's time to cull her, even though she still has milk in her bags. But I might grab some of these cows and just, next time I get a chance, pin them up and send them off to their next destination. Let somebody else take care of them who probably knows what they're doing better than I do. Whatever I'm doing is not working very well for her. And so, for whatever reason, and where she ends up, who knows? She might be good to breed some more. Maybe someone decides just to fatten her up and send her off to the factory. Don't know what's going to happen to her. This ram, the older ram that I bought back in 2021, we can't catch him. We've tried anything we can think of. He does not like us. He does not want to go to the sheep. Of course, he doesn't know that that's where we're trying to take him. But he is perfectly happy with the cows, which is why probably next time what I'll do is just merge the 2 herds together. Just bring the sheep and the cows together when it's time to breed the sheep. Maybe what I'll do is separate out all the ewes that I know are ready to breed, that are old enough, and bring them to the cows, and then leave the rest of the lambs and the others behind, and then do it that way. You know, just kind of wean and breed at the same time. I did buy the banders so that I can band the lambs myself. So I need to do that sooner rather than later. So at some point I need to bring all the sheep back to the beginning. I think within a few weeks here, otherwise they might get very raw. Bring them back to the beginning and band them all. And the manufacturer of the device, they recommend banding between 1 and 10 days old. As for myself, I don't want to be touching the lambs for 10 days, at least. So I'm probably just going to band them at the 3-month mark when it's time to breed the mamas again. So I'll bring all the sheep in when it's time to breed them again. Separate out the lambs. Put the mamas and the 11-month-old doelings with the ram and the cows, and the rest stay by themselves. We band all the rams and just kind of like getting that all done all at once. And then from there, eventually they'll end up at the sale barn. So that's what I got. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you right now. The temperature is about 80 degrees. It's about 60% humidity. We're back to normal weather patterns. Last night it got down below 70, and so we were freezing. It was, I went out to eat with my wife and my daughter yesterday evening, and I remember I put on shorts. I'm like, well, it's raining. I don't want to really get my pants wet. So shorts and flip-flops, because you get wet, it doesn't matter. And I was freezing at the restaurant there. They kept it at 70 degrees, and I was freezing. I was shivering, so I'm just used to the heat right now. It feels really nice to be warm again. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.